What is Amanda saying? Green water. Amanda, you should never worry about green water.
Mhm.
The thing about green water is that it's a sign that the tank is very, very healthy because plants are dominating the environment. And whenever plants dominate the environment, the air becomes fresher and cleaner. The earth becomes richer. Life in general improves. It may not be to your liking in terms of green water, but the animals living in it are living in a soup of rich life. So the solution to that is not to try to kill it, because if you try to kill it, you're killing off more than the single cell algae. You're killing off all of the plants. There's no way to kill algae without killing all the plants.
Mhm.
They're all plants. Plants is plants, whether it's a single cell or whether it's a complex rooted plant. A tree or a single cell algae are both plants, both function the same way, have the same requirements, and are susceptible to the same toxins. So by no means should you ever put any toxins in your water. Don't ever try to kill anything. You want to control. And the way to control is by increasing biodiversity. The genius, the brilliance of our Earth's life system is the balance that is established by literally millions of species of living entities of all kinds, great and small. They all balance the system and create a harmony that allows everything to live and everything to thrive, but nothing to dominate.
That I saved from Amanda from earlier. She wants to know if a moss ball will help clear up the green water.
Well, it will.
Mhm.
Just keep in mind that mothballs are hair grass. It's hair grass.
Yeah.
It's hair grass. It's not hair grass. It's it's what it's hair algae. It's hair algae. And it will ruin your tank if you have a very healthy tank. Now, most people never have a problem with it because they don't have it in a tank that is able to support life. And so it can't thrive. It just sort of sits there and sits there and sits there until eventually they get bored with it and flush it down the toilet or something, or until it dies. Um, the answer is yes, it can help clear up green water. It can also create chaos in your tank. I would never have one in my shop. Dana?
Actually, yep.
So, hello, first time here. I set up 20-gallon long Father Fish method. The water keeps getting darker and darker. It's been a week. Did I do something wrong? Well, if you have driftwood in there, it's possible it's being caused by that. It's also possible that your sand is not deep enough. One of the problems with setting the tank up is if you don't level the dirt, just dead flat level. When you put the sand in, if there are little humps in it, you put 2 inches of sand in, and where the hump is, there may be a 1/4 inch of sand. So it's vital to get that dirt absolutely level before you put the sand in. That's typically what happens. The solution is very simple. You just add another inch of sand, and that should take care of it. So if it's not being caused by driftwood, then it sounds like your sand is too shallow, and probably in spots, probably not in general. So I would always do that. That would be my first solution.
I think we've got another question.
Okay. Is a box filter with only gravel as effective as a sponge filter? I would not say so. It's okay. Sponge filter is simply it's got parameters, so it's gonna filter out tinier particulate matter. But in time, the gravel will too, because it'll start clogging up. What happens is in any kind of filter environment, water is coming in one end and going out the other. As it comes in, initially, it always takes the path of least resistance. It's the nature of water. So it'll go kind of straight through. It'll sort of dribble all the way through. And as it does that over time, certain areas where it's moving perhaps more quickly will get clogged up with dirt. And so it'll move around that. And then that area, that channel, will get blocked and it'll pick another channel. And it keeps doing that until eventually the whole thing is solid and water goes through very, very slowly. That's the point where you need to clean them. Well, that happens whether it's sponge or gravel or rock for that matter. It'll always happen because given enough precipitative matter, namely malm, that will eventually, all of it will eventually plug up.
See
Mhm.
that underneath the lip?
Yeah.
Found out that's a tumor. That's a common
Oh, no.
issue that black skirt tetras get. It's a tumor apparently.
Was you able to see the tumor on the fish, Father Fish?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did want to say something about it.
Is that what that?
Yeah, it's brought on by the I don't know what it's called, the chromatophore in the cell that causes the fish to be black. Black has cancerous properties.
Oh,
Anything
damn.
anything that is black in nature or black on an animal tends over the long haul to be a debilitating influence on the health of the animal. It's simply because the I can't remember what it's called. There's
Melanin?
come to me. Pardon? What?
Is it called melanin?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's melanin that causes the black, and melanin has toxic properties.
Wow, I never
So
knew
that's
that.
why you get things like that. You get tumors on animals that have a lot of black in their skin. It's the effect of the melanin. The epiphytic plants count as part of the 50. No, I would say it counts. Any plant counts. Because even epiphytic plants are going to be filtering the water. And that's really one of the primary things we're concerned about having plants. It's not so much what they take out of the substrate, it's the quality of the water that they're able to maintain. So they're able to pull nutrients and so forth, toxins even out of the water column. So yeah, I would say they count. Absolutely, they count. Hey, John. That's a really interesting question. Algae, let me give you a little biology tour here. Algae is a very simple plant. It's a very simple, basic plant. It does not have roots, does not have flowers, does not have stems. It's not like a regular plant. It is essentially a single cell that keeps duplicating itself. And it may do it like in string algae. It may do it in a mat. It may do it as free floating as in rainwater algae. But the upshot of it is that it's essentially a single cell animal that duplicates over and over. So it's a very simple animal. It does not have nutritional resources. It has to be eating all the time in order to stay alive. It does not have much in the way of mobility, but then a lot of plants don't. It cannot take nutrients out of the soil. It takes nutrients out of the environment that it's in. Now that means if it's on a rock or on the surface of the soil, it'll take nutrients from that spot. But it really can't grow much beyond that.
I had one other question. I had this white cloud minnow here, and his mouth always stays open.
I see that. The female. Yeah, she has a deformed jaw. It
Okay.
could be broken. It's hard to say. She probably is eating okay.
Yeah, she's eating fine. She tries to eat.
Before age, an idea to keep a honey Gourami in a tent. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think I've got at this point all of mine, along with all of my dwarf Gouramis, in a 20 long. But yeah, they're fine in the 10-gallon. In fact, you can keep a small group of four to six or so honey Gouramis in a 10-gallon tank.
I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow.